What up, y'all? I'm back with another review, and I'm here to review this newest studio album. Well, collaborative studio album from MC Wordsworth, and I'm assuming, well, producer, and I'm gonna assume rapper as well, since he's featured on here, Sam Brown. And I'm glad I did not sleep on this project. I saw it, that it had dropped and everything. I wasn't sure whether I was gonna review it or not. I wasn't even sure if I was gonna listen to it, but I did some looking up on Wordsworth, and I just had to give this a listen. This guy's been in the game for how long? Actually, Wordsworth has been in the game for a minute though. He's from, he's from New York. He's um he's one of those guys. He's a New York guy, and that's not to say he's the stereotypical New York dude rapping, especially in 2017. But he is the typical, and I mean typical like he's generic. He is that typical underground uh, New York MC. He's been around since 1994. That's just what Wikipedia says, though. Wikipedia is not always the best fact checker. Well, yeah, place to go to check your facts, but still. But yes, and I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. He is that your typical underground MC from New York, or an underground MC from the Midwest, Northeast area. Um, you know what I'm saying. Midwest to the Northeast, making music that you'd expect to hear, and that's not a bad thing. He's actually, as far as production goes on here, Sam Brown is making the production very diverse and still has that traditional, that core New York sound and feel to it, but it's diversified. It doesn't sound bland. Like you just get tired of it. This is something you could keep listening to over and over again, and you could pick it out if you heard it and then had to listen to it um, in a mix of other albums. So let's go ahead and get right into this. 17 tracks long, and the first track is "Horns from the Soul." And what I have to say about this track is that it's exactly what the title suggests. Horns from the soul. I love this. And you're going to get horns all over this album, though. The second track, The Election. Here he's talking about how crooked the election was and how you got to watch out because you're being watched. Like, according to Wordsworth and other MCs, and I'm not going to call him a conspiracy theorist, but according to conspiracy theorists, I'm being watched right now. Uh, government's looking at me, or spies are looking at me right now, looking at everybody right now through the television, through the laptop. They're just looking at you through your phone, probably too. But yeah, track number three, Church. This was on some God level shit. I don't mean God level like Kanye. I mean like God level, like the beat was there, the freaking flow and delivery was here. I mean, my goodness, man, God level shit right here with this track. Track number four, Convicted, featuring Lewis, Master Ace, and Pearl Gates. Pearl Gates is featured like three times. He's at least featured one more time on this album. And really, to sum what this track is about, when um, when Wordsworth said "convicted since birth because of my pigment," that's what this track is right here. Honestly, track number five, "One Foot In, One Foot Out," featuring you. Uh, this is just talking about trying to figure out life and what it's all about, what it is. Track number six, Down. This track is about, well, at first, on the first verse, he's talking about being down for your significant other, and she's being down for you. Even if she's not your significant other, or he or she is not your significant other, just saying like you were down anyway. You were just there, and also looking forward for other things to be down, like crime and death rate. Things being down or people being down is the theme of this track. Track number seven, Brooklyn, which is featuring somebody who I believe this is featuring somebody that I forgot um, put, to write down. It's not. I swear this was a track. Maybe he just has he can do some shit with his voice. Cause I swear I thought somebody else was up on here. Damn. Okay, but It's just Brooklyn, man. It's like everyday life for somebody living in Brooklyn. It reminds me of Many Men by 50 Cent, honestly. Just that beat, I swear I hear it up in there. Now the next track, Each One Teach One, man. Here he's talking about how kids learn from what they see. Like the son, he saw what his dad did: smoke, drank, beat his mother, I believe, and then his dad went to jail, and he ends up doing the same exact things. And the daughter, in another family with another parent and child, is the daughter just like the mom, like taking abuse, drugs, etc., and just yeah, like just letting you know, like kids, they pick up on what you do. Honestly, track number 9, Stranger and Wiser. Whew, man, he had a slew of great tracks. The first three were good, were very good. The fourth and fifth, I was like, these are still good. 6 through 9 right here. Whew, man. Um, this is talking about, well, first of all, I thought it was Nas spitting at first. This is on some Nas shit on delivery and like just how he's flowing and the way his voice sounds. I was like, oh my god, this shit, it's kind of like Nas, but still, it's talking about how he has to find a girl that's stronger and wiser than the girl he's currently with, and it's just beautiful. The music here is just beautiful. The content is beautiful. The content's relatable. It just wish you have to say what I have to say about this album at the end, because I even tweeted this. I shouldn't have tweeted it. I'm gonna leave it up, not delete it, but still. Track number 10, Hero featuring The Last Emperor. This is just talking about how society needs a hero, but especially hip hop and the radio needs a hero. Track number 11, Major Things featuring Pearl Gates. This was it. When I thought about Brooklyn, this was it. Where I thought there was another artist featured, this was it right here. Because I was just, it just correlated with me. Brooklyn, the 7th track, and then the first thing I wrote about this track, 11 Major Things, was New York. I just came right to mind. Just that beat and how they were going. I was like, this is New York right here. But yeah, Major Things featuring Pearl Gates. It's New York, like I said, bar for bar type of cipher, and it's talking about prospering to move on up to major things, and it's just funny because Wordsworth and Pearl Gates, they have the same problems, but they're from different places. They're like, yeah, man, we go through the same shit every day. Like, what did it say? Walk, walk the streets at the day, but getting something he said at night. But they're facing the same things. Check number 12, Keep It Raw. This is just talking about making it through, and like every other track on here, well, most of the tracks on here, the production is just beautiful, man. Track number 13, Babies in the Stroller featuring Sadat X. Sadat X from Brand Nubian. I reviewed his Agua album last year. Pretty damn good. And just talking about right here, like I had high hopes, or having high hopes for the Babies. But now they're either criminals or looking over their shoulder. It's like, See, I was thinking Sadat was going to give a verse, but he didn't, but that was still cool anyway. Just to have Sadat X. Track number 14, Keep Rockin'. This is a gem right here, without question. Just talking about keep moving, especially if you're an artist. It is directed towards artists, saying like, hey, just keep doing your thing. Like, art's the only way you can keep your sanity, but just keep doing it. Keep moving. Keep on rocking. And it is just that feel good hip hop. I love hip hop like this. Not just this song, but this entire album. And I've been hearing hip hop like this for the past few weeks, which is great because it's starting to cool down a little bit. And eventually it's gonna get cold as hell here in Virginia, and I'm gonna be bumping shit like this because it just fits the vibe for around here. Even now on a cloudy day like this, well, it's cleared up now, but you know what I'm saying. But yeah, this was a great track featuring Sam Brown. Track number 15, The Real Hip Hop. That's what this track is. Just talking about keeping it real. Those who listen to the real, those who keep it real, those who just keep it hip hop, like real hip hop. That's what this track is about. Track number 16, Good to Me featuring Apocalypse. Just talking about how, honestly, it seems that they were talking about how life hasn't been good to them. At least Apocalypse. I got that more from him than I got from Wordsworth here. And 17th track, final track, So Ridiculous featuring Tone Deaf. This was one of those It's not like a bar for bar. It's not a cipher or anything, but like they're really, it's like a competitive sport here. They're having fun, like, and that's what hip hop is. That's what it at least used to be primarily. It's just fun, something to have fun, to have like a sport, be competitive with. But I, I'm gonna be honest. This is one of the greatest albums that I've heard, not just this year, but this is one of the greatest hip hop albums period that I've heard in the last 3 years. Honestly, this was great. The subjects were good. They weren't bland in the way they were being handed to me. The music was just freaking beautiful. I mean, my goodness, man, this was a great album. This is gonna be interesting to see where this ranks. If it's gonna, it might just make my top 10 hip hop albums of 2017. I mean, I might have to make a freaking longer list than just 10, 15, 20. I mean, this was amazing. I'm glad I did not sleep on this. Wordsworth, I'm glad I caught you. I'm going to have to go back and listen to previous stuff now. Sam Brown, we're going to have to check for you on production and features now as well, or just if you have any solo projects. So, yeah, that was pretty much it though. So I have to give this a check. I'm giving it a 7.5 to an 8 out of 10 because this was, my goodness. So if you've heard this album, let me know what you think about it in the comment section below and what you think about my review on it. And if you haven't heard this album, go ahead and check it out. The link to stream it will be in the description below. Check it out. Come back. Let me know what you think about it and what you think about my review on it. And that's pretty much it. Be sure to hit the like button, share the video, subscribe if you're new. Get me on Twitter, Facebook. Well, you know what to do. Just check the description. You can find all my social medias along with my Bandcamp, my Patreon, PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, Square Cash. And that's just if you want to support my movements as far as YouTube, music, entertainment, etc. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. Did I say? Oh, shoot. If you need your music reviewed, if you need it chopped and screwed, I'm not sure if I even said this, but if you need your music reviewed, if you need it chopped and screwed, if you need beats made, you want to be featured on one of my upcoming DJ mixtapes, or you just have any inquiries that you just might have, the email is DynamicJAB@gmail.com. That's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. Check this project out, and I will see y'all next time.